So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
Stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke,
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Rilla mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode. I said stay woke, Rilla mode. Stay woke, Rilla mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to new.
The wall, Normus.
The sun is
Swole
shining.
motherfucking
The birds are
Normus. It's
chirping.
the what?
The bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Hit that like button, bitches. Testing. Test, testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1400 and 7-5 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What is going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustles, and yo-hos? It's the boy. It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. The nips are hard, and yeah. How we doing? Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches, always sponsoring the podcast, sponsoring the Mancast. Welcome to the show, everyone. What's going on, Swole fam? Make sure you hit that like button, especially all you YouTube peeps. Make sure you smash that like button. So I'll wait. I will wait. We'll be here. I'm not going to start. I will sign off right now. I will turn this car around. I'm about to. You want to go home? Do you want to go home? Are you going to be nice to your sister? Are you going to be nice to your fucking sister? Hit that fucking like button. What am I doing here? You fucking, you beaches. All right, fine. What's going on, fam? How are we doing? Yeah, smash it again. I don't care if you smashed it, smash it twice, and then log out, go into a new account and smash it again, and then go and start a Gmail, and then fucking load up a new account, and then smash it again, and just smash. I will turn this podcast around. Yes! I will turn this podcast around. I will turn this fucking podcast around. You've been warned. We got some fucking shit going on today. What's going on, beaches? We got some shit going on today, peeps. We got some shit going on. We got to talk. How many of you caught today's NOC? How many of you? Tell me. How many of you caught today's NOC? And what did you smash today? What did you smash? How many of you did your brain gains? Very nice. You did your brain gains. I will tell you right now, before we kind of get into this a little bit more, is that it's pouring outside. So I really hope that the internet, the power, I hope nothing goes out. Just saying that if you hear like, you know, it's just, it's smashing against the window. It's just smashing. It's smashing. I guess the universe is trying to put its nuts on my chin. The universe is busting a whole load over Florida. Completely grayed out, super rainy. So I hope you have nice weather. I hope you do. I truly hope you do. How we doing? Second day of the 90-day dash. Arms are jelly. Get after it, Heather. Get after it. Oh, we got Swole Tree today. Swole Tree. So as you guys say, what's going on? What are you working on? What you doing? What'd you train today? Make sure you also use the hashtag Swole Tree. And the quote running on the bottom of the screen, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And I actually used this quote in today's episode of the Nuts on Chin. We're talking about transformations. We'll get into that in a second, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I just don't like it when fitness pros just use the word transformation all the time. Transformation specialist, transformation expert. Fuck experts. No one's an expert anymore. No one's an expert. I call myself a fitness expert, but what does that mean? What does that mean? I just don't like that word. I don't like that word. Don't like that word expert. Once you think you're an expert, you know jack shit. We all know that. We all know that. The more you learn, the more you realize, I don't know a fucking thing. You know, it's weird. It's weird. That's a famous quote. The more I learn, I know nothing. Or the more I learn, the more I think I know. Or the more I learn, whatever. Again, I always forget Socrates, Aristotle, all these great minds that sat around thinking. And like, you know what? What do I know? I don't know anything. We still don't know anything, but we're learning. And we can get experience. We can get experience and we can share that experience with others. And that's very similar. That's very similar as acquiring knowledge via experience. And of course you're sharing that. So, but when you say expert, a transformation expert, I just think we need to get away from the whole transformation thing. It's one thing to have a transformation. It's another thing to be blasting transformation, and use that as the spearhead. I think that should be the result. And I have nothing against someone else helping people lose weight. I have nothing against someone helping people lose weight. I mean, that's great. If someone doesn't get results with person A, I hope they get results with person B. If someone watches the podcast and wants to go, I mean, I want people to get results. I want people to change their lives. I want people to make improvements. But when you start throwing around those terms, it really sends a bad message. That's why fitness has this bad reputation with fat burners and the weight loss challenges and the shred programs. Remember the six-pack ab bullshit? All those. That's kind of like that transition from the 80s and 90s into the 2000s into the internet age. You have a lot of that fucking gunch left over, a lot of that initial bullshit and that fucking fat burners, low carb dieting. It's kind of like we're getting rid of we're trying to shake off all that shit, all the Photoshop. We're trying to shake off all that stuff, trying to bring it back to the basics, trying to bring it back to the stuff that works, the actionable things that we can put into practice every day that actually work. Anyway, let's see here. How are we doing? Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shit. David, just had a doctor's appointment. They say I have an umbilical hernia. They cleared me for non-abdominal squat workouts, though. Can still water that Swole Tree. Feel better, dude. Take care of that shit. At least you figured out what's going on. Now you can target it. Work around it. What's up, bud? Literally. First time attempting free flow yoga. Struggled pretty hard, but I'm ready to work up my flexibility. Daily habits, working one day at a time, taking those little baby steps. Good shit. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. Is that the full quote? Or I guess it's all translated and, supposed. Well, this guy was definitely juiced up. I mean, he's been around for a long time, but he's one of those people that have been posting transformation pictures. He's like that person that's always posting those transformation things. It's one thing. It's one thing to have great results. It's another thing to be spearheading everything. It gives these people ideas that they can transform. I don't think people should be entering fitness programs and entering that new lifestyle approach, trying to, or with their mindset of transforming, even of losing 100 pounds. How many times do you see people ask me, I want to lose 100 pounds? Like, why? I'm always checking people when they say, I want to lose 100 pounds. What does that mean? What does that mean? Most people don't know how much fat they have to lose, whether they just throw out a big number and it's too much or it's too little. And then they pay attention to the scale all the time, and they're building muscle and they're losing weight, but they're not losing weight fast enough because they're actually building muscle, or they're not taking care of other aspects of their health because they just want to see that number go down. If you only approach your nutrition and training and your lifestyle, if you only approach that and you're valuing it off that weight loss, or you're valuing it off that end picture, it's one thing to want to see improvements. There's nothing wrong with looking better and wanting to look better. But at the same time, when you're using these metrics, you're going to make a lot of changes. You're going to get a lot of changes even just by focusing on the habits. You just don't want to get wrapped up in the actual goal and the result. That can blind you. And if you're focusing on the result, you're focusing on that end goal, a lot of times you'll start to cut corners because you want to see that number go down. So you're more willing to do severe caloric restriction. You're more willing to do these little sprint challenges or these fasts or these different kinds of cleanses. People just tend to get in these bad habits when they want to see that number go down, when that's their way of validating their progress. It's not a good look. Cillian, what's the difference between Swole Season and Scorched Earth? Well, they're very different. One is much more endurance. One is much more for bulking. So Swole Season is more of a hypertrophy program, and Scorched Earth is more of a endurance and stabilization and power focused. So there's a lot more. I think a lot of members would agree, or their personal experience with Scorched Earth is that it combines very much so strength, but more from an endurance standpoint. So a lot of people liking to use it for cutting. It has more of a, I would say more of a leaner output in terms of maybe growth. So it's not as hypertrophy focused. And I don't want to give the reason why I'm kind of being a little bit vague with Scorched Earth is because I haven't released the last phase yet. We just launched it. So this Monday is the next phase of Scorched Earth. And I mean, it's going to bring in a lot of power. It's going to bring in a lot of power training. It's going to bring in a lot more of explosive work. It's nasty. So it depends on really what you're looking for in terms of your program. Whoa. Oh shit. Lightning. That might pop really loud in a second. I just saw a flash. So we'll see. Once you start getting some lightning, then the power starts. You never know. Then you start getting some power issues. So hopefully we stick with it. Yep. You're hearing that thunder. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there's another lightning blast. God damn it. Is it called Ash and Dust? No, we're not there. This one was Torch and Burn. Oh, we're not ready yet. We're not ready. You're not done burning yet. You're not done. The heat's just getting started. We haven't even gotten to full-fledged. You haven't even gotten all the heat. You're not even there yet. Let's see here. Oh, that's great. Shiloh. Holy shit. That's going to pop. I just saw the whole line coming down. The whole bloat. It's going to hit. How far away is it? Thanks to the Swole fam, I've realized I'm much more interested in feeling strong again than losing weight. Wise words. Those are things you learn over experience. You realize how you feel goes hand in hand with how you look. Have you all noticed that? I mean, I know this is coming from someone. Look, it's easy to say, oh, it's easy for someone else to look at me and be like, well, it's easy for you to say. You already have that. But it's kind of like when you make a lot of money or you have any other kind of success, you look at things different. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard those statistics where when you make a certain amount of money, when you get towards, let's say $80,000 a year, I think, or 90 or 100, there's definitely a big increase in happiness because of what that provides. It provides more security. It provides more flexibility, more time to do things of leisure or whatever you want to do, interests. But then after X amount of money, even if you make $1 million or $2 million or $3 or $5 million a year or $10 million, there's no increase. There's no increased benefit from making more money because you can already purchase the things that you need. It's not giving you value. So it's kind of like any kind of drug or addiction. Like after, like how much is enough? $1 billion? 10 billion? Do you need $100 billion? Like what can you not buy with $1 billion? So it's really about, understanding that it's not just the weight loss, because if you go after, let's say, the weight loss, then that number going down, it's not going to go down forever. Or weight going up, it's not going to go up forever unless you're just eating fucking Taco Bell. But if you're only focused on that metric, if you're not focused on the right metric, you're going to really severely mitigate your longevity or your consistency, because you're weighing your progress based on a metric that it's not indefinite. It's not linear. You're not going to keep on losing. You're not going to keep on gaining. So you need to find other ways of satisfaction and reward and feeling of purpose. You need to create other methods of that. And you need to be very, very satisfied and very aware that it's repetition. It's boredom. It's managing that kind of over and over again. You have to execute every day. And it's not always going to be, and we talked about it yesterday, that the workouts you don't want to do, the ones that suck when you don't feel like it, those are the most important, because those are going to fortify your solid workouts. Those are going to give you the opportunities for the repetitions that are going to build you the most results long term. So let's get into just the tip. Let me see a couple comments that are coming through. Let's see here. Jesse, I've been doing my own program right now. I want to do the 90-day dash. I have dumbbells up to 50 pounds and bands. Can I complete the 90-day dash with that? For sure. Absolutely. And of course, things are scalable. So if you don't have a lot of weight, you can do more repetitions. You can swap exercises out. Up to 50 pounds is great. I mean, for example, if you're stronger than 50 pounds and you're doing a bench press, you can do slower repetitions. If you want to, increase the overload, you want to increase the time under tension, you can do, some slower repetitions like I was mentioning. You could do maybe isometric holds and stuff like that to kind of fatigue more. So there might be some limitations in terms of exercise or sections where you might want to hit a certain rep range, but you could always do a drop set or something and work through it. Absolutely. So if you have questions, like individual questions, either we can go over them in accountability meeting, or you can post them up in the private group and we can go into them in a little bit more depth. If you have like more specific questions about the programming. You can also follow up here. I just don't want to guarantee that I'm going to see it, because sometimes it scrolls pretty fast. John, this transformation reminds me of the limited training scenes in Rocky. There's no movie scenes coming home from the gym at night when the roads are empty or not feeling it. Yeah, right? That's true. That's true. You don't see all the weak ones. You don't see all the upset ones. You see the nice training montage. Let's see. I believe that I got my workout in today and I didn't want to. Yeah. And now that it's raining and I'm doing this and it's like, I could say I don't want to, but I'm going to still smash out some legs. I'm going to still do it. I'm going to still fucking do it. Let's get into today's tip. So I hope you saw the video today, the nuts on chin. If you didn't, well, here we go. We got some good sauce. Oh, before we do, let me remind you, today's Swole card is #SwoleTree, because we got the quote going on the bottom of the screen. But a reminder that if you are interested in checking out the brand new Swolenormous apparel drops, let me just zoom out a little bit. We got a ton of new stuff. A lot of you already made some purchases, so I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting everything that we do here. And I'm just happy to create content and designs and stuff that you all find interesting and awesome. This Tess Hornaday shit is fucking fire. So Papa Swolio 2020. And these are not necessarily in order. Obviously, it kind of goes back and forth. The organization is a little bit, but it's kind of nice. You just never know what you're going to see next. Red, White, and Swole, Papa Swolio 2020, Guns, Bacon, and Freedom. And then we have the classics, right? We have all the other designs that you might not have seen. Sometimes when you scroll on a phone, you might not go to all the other pages and you might not see all the stuff that we have. But the Swolenormous, the dark style, we got the driving while gaining. I mean, it goes deep. It goes deep. So chesticles, we got the stuff from the podcast, iFlex, Uflex, Kegels, Hammer Curls, Plank Sinatra, Harry Squatter, I Am Lord Swoldemort. I mean, these are some fucking awesome throwbacks. Any Harry Potter fans? This is one of my favorite designs. One of the unsung greats right here. Plank Sinatra. Anyway, so if you're interested, you can go check that out. Just thought I'd share that. Thought these are great, and we just want make sure you guys are up to date on the latest drops. If you didn't see them in the YouTube video or yesterday, always will be showing you what's newest and what's the latest and the greatest in the Swoleverse. Let's get into the tip today, shall we? Let's do it. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, it's cold outside, baby. It's cold outside. Today's video was about Kris Gethin. He's a transformation expert. Transformation expert. Real or fake. And if you didn't see today's video, you can go and check it out. And I'll leave that in the air. A lot of you are already commenting that it was kind of fucking trash. But it is what it is. But let's go over through a couple comments. We got some Swole fan people dropping comments over there. Stephanie Michelle, Obese to Beast, just did a video about how some supplement companies even steal transformation pics just to grab people's attention. This is sad. That dude probably doesn't even know his picture is being used, assuming it's even the same guy in both photos. Either way, it's just sad. And it's not for me. I'm not saying that his video, I'm not saying those pictures were not the same person, but that barely looks like the same person. It's more about 12 weeks, 90 fucking days. I mean, is this something that we should be pushing, that you lose 60 pounds, 70 pounds in 12 fucking weeks? That's not healthy. That's not a healthy amount of weight loss. What the fuck are these people taking? You don't want to lose weight that fast. It's not good to lose that much weight. You can get really dehydrated. A lot of that's water weight. It's not fucking fat, 60 pounds of goddamn fat. How are you measuring that, right? Anyway, Monica, I personally have so much trouble remembering that the number on the scale is just a number and not necessarily representative of my body composition, and that the event I'm looking forward to is not a reason to see how hard I can train until that date. Historically, I rebound and end up right where I started, so thank you so much for this new perspective. I really needed it. You're welcome, Monica. Thank you for dropping the comment. Cameron North, I'm 2 months into changing my life and I have dropped 20 pounds and 60 centimeters. I watch your videos daily and you have motivated me to keep going. At my biggest, I was almost 400 pounds and I have yo-yoed between that and 200 pounds almost all my life. Your videos have helped me figure out what I need to do to get out of that mindset. Thank you, man. You're very welcome, Cameron. Very welcome. I appreciate it. Nathan Holquist, what about cardiovascular capacity, flexibility, mobility, and other aspects of fitness? Getting jacked is not much of a transformation when you suck in these other areas. That's a very good point. Habit 52, people see the, quote, transformation as going from a caterpillar to a butterfly, which can happen, but people, you can just as quickly become the caterpillar once again. Consistent, long-term, hard work, big up Swolio. Wise words. You can definitely go backwards with this transformation. It's not permanent. JJ Boo. Bow. Bow. I love this. People get so discouraged when trying to get into shape because they think they have to go to extremes to achieve their goals, when really it's all about the day-to-day little challenges and habits that are hard to build at first, but once we make the switch, they become automatic. There is so much distorted information out there, so thank you for being realistic and debunking all the crap that gets fed to us on a daily basis. You're very, very welcome. And again, not to say that this guy hasn't helped people, not to say that he hasn't helped many people, not to say that he doesn't know what he's talking about in terms of fitness, but his page it's all supplements and shit. It's a weird Instagram page. It's a weird page. Like, he's obviously taking sauce, and he talks a lot about all this biohacking stuff and red light therapy and cold baths. Like, okay, like, I don't know what his approach is or what he's telling people to do. And a lot of his pictures just look fucking really old. Like old pictures, and you never know. You never fucking know who it is. You never know who the fuck these pictures are or where they're from. I don't know. Yeah, it's not. See, that's the thing. That's the thing here. Cheeky W. My husband lost about 60 pounds in 3 months. However, he started at about 350 and had a lot of weight and water to spare. Like, those pictures were someone who was fat, overweight, out of shape, and then like fucking lean, shredded, like abs. That doesn't no. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. For someone claiming he has 150 million people using his programs, I've literally never heard of him. That's what I'm fucking saying. 150 million? 150 million. 150 million. You got 400,000 subscribers on Instagram. And 70 100,000 or something on YouTube and no activity and no engagement. You barely post. You think you'd have more following. I mean, how do you have 150 million? Did like 10 million people buy 150 of your programs? Like, what does that mean? 150 views on your webpage? Like 150 million impressions or something? Like you're running ads? So your ads have been seen by this many people and it sends them to a free link. So you're just assuming because I saw it that, hey, they have access to it, they're aware of it. Like, what the fuck out of here? 150 million people. Are you the president of the United States? Are you in charge? Are you like the emperor of a small country or something? It's got to be true if it's on the internet. That's right. Aaron nailed it. It was online. I saw it. I saw it on the interwebs. I saw it online. It must be real. It must be fucking real. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that noise, you boosh. Get the fuck out of here. That's a very good point. I think if you had 150 million people using the program, we wouldn't be a majority obese country. That's a very good point, David. That's a very good point. Valid point. Valid point. Valid point. Jeez, every once in a while, it's making so much noise because we have like this, it's like golf ball rain. You know what I'm talking about? Where like the rain comes down, it's literally golf balls and it just smashes the window. But it's intermittent. It's intermittent. All of a sudden you're hearing like, Jesus Christ. It's like nothing, crack. I feel like someone's throwing rocks at the window. Settle down there, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Not Jesus. There's actually a guy named Jesus out there that throws rocks in my fucking window. He drives me fucking crazy. Oh, let's see here. In 2017, I ate too much and got chubby with man boobs. A month and a half later, I looked like an MMA fighter. Oh, yeah? So it works. Did he train you? Did he train you? The Smurfs are all real buff. Oh my God, I'm cracking my back. So I saw some of you saying earlier in the comments, and we'll get into some Swole fan posts in a second. I saw some of you say that you're going to hear all sorts of shit. You're going to hear all sorts of like cracking on the window through the noise gate. It's like I've never seen rain before and I live in Florida. It's just weird, like really hard rain. But it's like golf ball size rain. It's pretty intense. So how many of you are going back to the gym? How many of you have gyms in your area that are opening back up? What do we got going on there? I saw someone mention that you're getting arrested, and I have no idea what that was in reference to, but I was in the middle of something, and I couldn't get back to that post. The ASMR edition of the Daily Swole. Well, it's funny because tomorrow's video is going hard. Tomorrow's video is going hard on some shit. So actually, what's probably going to happen, tomorrow's NOC video is savage. Tomorrow's NOC video is going to be a rager. I can't believe people watch this fucking shit. I cannot believe people watch this fucking shit. Tomorrow's video is going to be fun as fuck. I can't wait. I can't wait. So what's going on with your gyms? I'm actually curious as to what's going on with the gym. Seeing that we saw like the classic meathead bodybuilder, gym jabroni, quick transformations, blah, blah, blah. It just reminded me of the gym stuff. Sarah, my gym is open, but I'm not going yet. My home game is strong. Mm-hmm. I don't think gyms are open in my area either, but I'm still not going back right now. Let's see here. Tennessee is open. Let's see here. That sounds like hail. It does. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like... Oh, it's like completely white out over here. Oh, yeah. It's going crazy. Caroline Crow, we're still in lockdown here in Boston, and if they open, they are fined and could get arrested. Jesus Christ. Thing is, I was going to go out I was going to do some stuff on the porch, but it's probably flooded now. got blinds that come down, but when it's raining that hard and if it's hitting, that means it's going to be coming through and getting soaked. That's so loud. I'm surprised I still have power. Oof. My gym has reopened and thank goodness masks aren't mandatory. Well, that's not a good thing. You really don't want people to be fucking spewing on stuff. Because don't forget, if someone coughs or someone's, could get on it's going to get on the machines and the equipment. But who knows, right? Who knows if it's really that? Who knows what's going to happen? We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I mean, personally, I'm glad that things are moving in that direction, because if it does continue to move in that direction and we're all healthy and safe and all that, that's good. But at the same time, we don't know what's going to be the result of this. If it's going to hit a lot harder in a couple months, or it's going to really get bad in the summer, or it's going to get really bad in the winter, and it's going to ramp up again. Gym's open here in Arkansas May 4th. I've been several times, but also working out at home. All right. New Jersey gym opened up in defiance to governor's overstepped regulations. He is now saying until there's a vaccine that gyms and other small businesses will not be open. But it's also dependent on the area too, because New Jersey is right next to New York City, and New York City is really bad. Or I mean, I don't know what the latest is in New York City, because if you're in New York City and they open New Jersey, people are just going to go over the border, and then it's going to spread or whatever is probably the concern, just because of the concentration, I would assume. In Arkansas, it's not like people are just going to be driving and rushing into Arkansas. No offense, Arkansas, but that's not how it works. That's why Arkansas is not super populated still. People are always flooding to the big cities, so it's probably because of the tri-state area up there. That would be my assumption. ASMR beard stroking, should I do that? I've thought about that. What if I just do it on my channel? What if I just do it on the Swolenormous channel? What if I just did what if I did like a trolling thing? You think it would get a lot of views, or just tank in the algorithm? Do you think it would tank, or do you think it'd be great? I can rip on these videos and then do it myself. Just be like a pillar of fucking hypocrisy. But it's ASMR. At least I'm not stuffing my face with fucking food. I should just do it. I should just comb the beard, brush the beard, and then rage on people. Gyms are open in Phoenix, but I've always trained at home. Kentucky is closed for now. Retail open today. Chicago is closed. Not sure when they're supposed to open. Because it's kind of like, it's weird, because it seems like no matter where you are, like depends on where you're talking about, things are either locked down, closed, and boom, shut down. And other places are like, yeah, we're open. It's weird. Kind of don't know what's a big deal, or what's where people are focused and where they're not. Some gyms are putting up plastic splash guards between equipment. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, people sweat like crazy in the gym. There's always that person that leaves the cardio machine completely drenched and doesn't clean it up. And you go up on like the step mill. You go up on the step mill and all you see is just fucking sweat stains all over it. They never closed the subway in New York City, so that helped spread it. Then again, 60% of the deaths came from nursing homes. Well, let's not get political in the comments. This should not be about Democrat or Republican. We're not going to get political at all. Please just do not even bother. This is about making sure that people don't fucking die. So this is a good thing. Either way, it's a good thing, because people can always use this as leverage. You can use this as leverage. I just don't want it to get to that point. We just need to make sure that people are safe. I don't care what color pin you like to wear. I don't care what fucking tie color you like to wear. Let's just make sure that we're not spreading something that's going to fuck us in the ass in November. And I'm not talking about the election. I'm talking about flu season. That's really what people don't understand, is that this can easily come back when immune systems are better, because if people are getting more sunlight, and their body's producing more vitamin D, they're getting more exercise, UV light and stuff is better for killing germs and stuff like that. So it's not going to necessarily be, and people are maybe be more outside more, or it's hotter so people are inside, whatever the reasons are. A lot of times, that's why we have a flu season, when immune systems are generally in the winter. You have things that go around. It's that time of year when immune systems are weaker. And all of a sudden, we're in the summer. It's just that timing. So people get lax. Hey, we're opening up. We're going back. Okay, everything is fine. And then all of a sudden, winter rolls around and people are getting sick and immune systems are weaker anyway. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? That's another good point from the podcast. It's all right. I mean, it's a live stream, but not everyone. Yeah, a lot of people are watching internationally, so most people don't care. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I think we all just want to do what we need to do and not have to worry about getting sick. But at the same time, with the flu, everyone had to worry about getting sick anyway. We just didn't worry about it to this extent. We had to still worry about it. People still worried about getting the flu. People were still getting flu shots. People were still getting the cold and the normal stuff. This is just, maybe it's not as bad because we didn't realize how many people already had it. So the percentages, the denominator was larger than anyone realized. You know what I'm saying? We didn't realize it was bad at the beginning and, oh my God, all these people are getting sick. But what if it was already, 100 million people already had it? Oh, well, that ratio of people that are getting really sick and also dying or just getting sick in general, that's a very small percentage. So, we're probably going to find out that more people have it or more people have immunity to it or whatever it is, but it doesn't make it any less severe for the people that are getting it. So until we learn more and we protect ourselves, just got to be careful. So again, it's about making sure we make the right decision. So in some areas, when you open things back up, it might work out great. But then what about those areas that open back up and it's not going to work out great? Or it's fine right now, and then all of a sudden in a couple months, it's like a disaster area and it's worse. And that's the one that turns this into like a fucking apocalypse. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to just think about it. Be careful. Be careful. I think the bottom line, it should go understood that if you have an existing condition, that you got to be super fucking careful. That just makes sense. That makes sense anyway. You have a virus going around, you're already immunocompromised. Don't take any fucking chances. Don't take any chances. If you're really vibrant and healthy, it's a risk like when you're driving a car, you can get into a car accident. So we're always taking risks. So you have to kind of weigh that out. And it depends on your area. If no one's really getting sick and it's like really kind of, stabilized, it's like, all right, well, what are you going to do, right? It's up to you. But I'm glad that at least right now we're starting to allow people to make their own decisions, because that's what needs to happen. We can't tank the economy. Like, we can't ruin everything because we have an increased risk. Like, we have to absorb that risk and just make smarter decisions. People that are compromised need to stay the fuck away from it. And people that are healthy, that want to go back to work and do their shit, should be able to go back and do their shit as long as everything checks out. If things are getting rampant, it's a really bad area, then you have to make a different decision. But areas that are better, it's just a problem when there's travel and people are like able to go to different areas. I think it's more about the proximity to New York City rather than being New Jersey, just because it's so damn close. And people just hop over the border anyway for most things. Or if they, it's really close. New York City is a small fucking area. Everyone thinks it's so big. It's not. It's just concentrated. It's just dense as fuck. It's not a big area. It's super fucking small relative to other space. You have a place like Arkansas, and you have the other states where it's just like, you got more fucking people in that one little tiny area, that island, than you do in some of these fucking states. Christine, it could kill my mister. He's got severe asthma and lung damage from surgery. He's at the point with clothes down that he just wants to get it and get it over with. Well, that's, yeah, but if it could kill him, obviously you're not taking those fucking chances. Hell no. Vast vision. Here in Germany, thousands of people are demonstrating because they believe Corona is a hoax, and Bill Gates wants to eradicate billions of people with vaccines and control the rest with microchips. Okay. They got some good shit in Germany, huh? Going a little too hard on the old devil's lettuce, huh? Okie dokie there. Wow, that gives another meaning to the word lace. Fuck, man. You guys go hard. You guys go hard in the fucking paint. Push it to the limit. Oh my God. Swole tree conspiracy theories. Well, I mean, some of these things are proven true, but I don't know about that one. I don't know. You think Bill Gates is that kind of like a sociopath, worse than Hitler? You think he's worse than Hitler? Seriously, that's what you're saying. You're saying Bill Gates is worse than Hitler, and this is his long-term plan. He went from like starting, right? You want to start in his garage or whatever Microsoft started, and he was ruthless, but he's doing this to like eradicate billions of people. Like, what would be the benefit of that? How are you going to make money if you don't have access? How are you going to make money if you just kill off everyone that's going to give you money? It's like it's better. It's better to have power. Like if you have all the data and you have all these millions of people behind you, that's so much better than getting rid of them all. And then, right? Like if you're, let's say the world is eradicated. Let's use an extreme example, right? Let's use an extreme example. Let's say everyone is eradicated down to like 100 people. It's Bill Gates and like 99 other people. All that power and control. The other 99 people will be like, shut up, dweeb. Shut up, dork. You don't even lift. Spend all day in front of your computer, typing. Fuck this guy. And they'll give him a wedgie and hang him from a fucking tree branch. Right? That's what would happen if there's 100 people. So when you have a lot of people, you have the masses, yeah, and they're integrated into your systems. Like that's what gives you power and control. That's what gives you that kind of, it just doesn't make sense. That's a weird thing to want. I think that the sociopathic serial killer, like just Hitler-esque concept, I don't think that would have slipped through. I don't think you can have that mindset and be as public. You would have to be the most ridiculous, like psychopath of all time. Like imagine, talk about a long con, talk about a long play, talk about patience. This guy is a fight. He deserves it. I will tell you, if this is a day one plan where he's like, I'm going to start a company and I'm just going to fucking I'm going to release, he's like, you know what? I'm going to release a super virus that I can control. I'm going to kill millions and billions of people and then control everyone else with microchips. That would be, dude, you earned that shit. You deserve it. I'm out. It was a good run. Good for you, Bill. If that was the whole thing, bruh. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, whatever. He's not the CEO of Microsoft, but you get the point. All right. I'm sure he has access to all the data and all the stuff that Microsoft. I'm sure he hasn't lost any ounce of whatever. Who knows? Can you? It's just no. Look, it's just think about that. Think about that in terms of like a logical standpoint, right? And look, there's a lot of people that love power, love control, but people like he can also, from that aspect, he could also get off, quote unquote, on the power trip of being, in the news all the time and being like the supporter or saving the day or being heroic and and feel good. And it's a great opportunity. And he's literally in the right place at the right time. And I mean, obviously he was already in the tech industry. Like here's one thing. People think it's so hard to imagine that he predicted this. Do you have any idea how smart these fucking people are? I'm just gonna put this out here. Do you think you get to be where he is or Jeff Bezos or anyone without being fucking super smart and have the foresight of what's going to come and psychology and what's valuable to people and the evolution, like Elon Musk? Like, do you think that's why there's only a few of them? That's why we know all their names. It's because these people think a lot differently. And what's a normal thought to them, or who they're paying attention to in the circles that they're in, what's a normal thought is not even on people's radar. So this is not new. People didn't want to pay attention, right? A lot of you are saying in the comments that scientists are predicting it. They have. But who are the people that are listening to those people 10, 20, 30 years ago? People like Bill Gates. These are the people that are having conversations, because if you have global interests and you're building a global corporation, you need to know if you're going to have major shortages of production. If you have an inkling, if someone's in your circle saying, hey, this is a real risk because in China, we're going to have like pandemics that could shut down all our factories and our business will be completely eradicated. You're going to make steps to make sure that you mitigate those risks. You're going to spread your chips around. You're going to create a production resource or like a warehouse or whatever in Germany, or you're going to put one in South America, or you're going to build some infrastructure in the United States, like a smaller plant. You know what I'm saying? It's like you would do that as a protection for your own business and your own interests. So you might start a foundation, like you already have philanthropy. It's like, oh, let's do research on this so we can get ahead of it. You never know, right? You never know. I'm just saying, like, people like that don't get to where they are by accident. They just think differently, which is why they got to where they are in the first place. Just saying, just putting it out there. I know that's way off topic, but I mean, it's as on topic as possible. I don't want to think that nothing's off topic for the Daily Swole. I think we're aware of that. Nothing's off topic. On a side note, make sure you use the hashtag SwoleTree so you could jump on that Swole card. Let me top off a little bit of coffee here. I'm actually low. I'm out of coffee. That's kind of unacceptable. We're running a little bit low, but it's all right. We're going to get into some Swole fam action right now. Got some good posts to share for all y'all beaches. Let's do it. We got one from Brooke. What up, Brooke? What up, B? Hello, I'm new. I've been competing in strongman or powerlifting for almost 3 years. I've been doing the yoga for the past few weeks to get better mobility, and I've noticed some small improvements, especially in my shoulder. I'm working to break the, quote, must eat all the food mentality that goes along with competing and focus on quality nutrition. Looking forward to meeting you all. Welcome, 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 Ish. Welcome. Glad to have you here, Brooke. This one's from Gemma. Let me zoom this beesh out. There we go. Let me zoom this beesh in. All right, and let's read this beesh's post. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone else here? Oh, we did the struggle one already? Anyone else here struggle? I feel like, did I read this yesterday? Eating right, cut out the cancer. I don't know. I don't know if I read this yesterday. I feel like I read this already. Maybe I didn't. I did a double. Let's read it again. It's a good one. It just looks familiar. But so many of you, you're so positive and it looks the fucking same. We did this one yesterday? I feel like we did this yesterday. I just read yeah, right? We talked about the struggle one. I feel like I just read that for some reason it looked different. All right, I'll skip this one. All right, that was yesterday. Fine. Gemma, we love you. We love you. Cut out the cancer. Cut out the cancer. I think it's good advice. Okay, all right. Maybe I didn't delete that one. All right, fine. The fam hates you, Gemma. Come on, Gemma. We'll read through it. We'll do it next one. For all the fam with irregular schedules, do you prefer working out? Well, you guys can comment on this post and I'll read the previous one just because some people maybe didn't see it. So I already showed it. I want to tease you. For all the fam with irregular schedules, do you prefer working out when you wake up or in the evening or night? So actually, when do you work out? Let's give some feedback on that because that's always an interesting conversation. So drop that in the comments and actually let me go through the previous one just to kind of read through because I think it's a good post and anyone that's just brand new to the podcast will benefit greatly from it. So do you work out mornings or evenings? So Gemma was having a really bad day and she says, I'm working my ass off, eating right, training, and getting really down, seeing these posts and pictures of people starving themselves for likes. This is referencing the previous day's video with the Alexia Clark. And she made the choice to remove people from her Facebook as a positive step in the right direction. She's cutting out the cancer. Pillar number 1, community. I've always suffered with very poor self-esteem issues with my body. I've always been a restrictive dieter and I get anxiety around food. I haven't gone out to family meals in over 6 years. I don't look at my reflection. I can see muscles and tone coming through, but her mind hasn't made the connection yet. Yeah, I definitely read this yesterday. But she follows up with a real good closing paragraph that, is a really good inspiration to a lot of you, I'm sure. I applaud anyone on here just starting or had amazing transformation. You inspire me. And I think there's a big difference between a picture of weight loss and strength inspiring you towards health than a picture making you feel worthless because you aren't doing things quickly for likes. And now I remember this is why this one stuck out again today, just because today's was about the transformations. So it was a perfect ending. And I saw that and I was like, ooh, so it's actually a good thing that we grabbed it for today because it's perfect for what we posted today in terms of the NOC about the ridiculous transformations of 60 pounds of fat in 12 fucking weeks. Oh my God. So when do you guys work out? I'm actually curious. Let's see. Sarah, I prefer morning because if I don't, then I make excuses not to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to start trying to do again. I usually generally psychologically like working out later in the day, but I think I might actually try to do it in the morning again because I like getting it done. Michelle, I work out when I have the time. Sometimes I don't have time in the morning, but I'll rest after work and then get it done. Cool. Getting it done. I like it. Working out in the morning today really changed the game for me. It felt so great. Woke up at 3 a.m., started working at 5. Definitely going to do this again while I can. I think I'm going to get that. That's kind of what I find myself. Generally, lately, I've been working out after or later on, but I'm going to start doing it first thing. Meditate, do a workout. Because then it gets done. Like right now, it still hasn't gotten done. I might even do more mobility today and do it tomorrow. Because I don't like working out in the evening. I really don't like it. Good morning, everyone. I am very new. Starting weight 200, goal weight 130. What's up, Donna? I made my lifestyle change on May 1st. I'm a little disappointed because I weighed myself yesterday, and in 3 weeks, I've lost a whopping 2 pounds. Let's talk about this in a second. I have stuck to my diet. I drink only water. I am at 1,200 calories a day. I weigh out my food. I have been using Beachbody's 21-day fix as workouts. I'm not understanding how I have only lost 2 pounds. Well, first off, that's plenty. 3 weeks, 2 pounds, that's excellent. You got to stop worrying about the fucking scale. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly the problem. So I think you're eating way too little. 1,200 is so fucking, that's such a little amount of food. You keep crushing your fucking weight training, you're going to lose fucking weight. I don't think an adult female should be eating 1,200 calories. That's not that much food. It's probably that you only have 5-pound weights. I would agree with that, actually. Does my age play a factor? No. When you say you're 46, no, that's just an excuse. I wouldn't blame it on that. Is it that I only have 5-pound weights? I would say that's more of a factor because, first off, you're just starting. So that's a perfect time frame to lose weight. You might be building a little muscle, but in 3 weeks, you're just brand new. You're going to get stronger really fast before you start building muscle. Your neuromuscular control, you actually get stronger quicker. It's going to go, your strength is going to increase faster than your muscle growth at first because it's more coordination based. The way your muscle fibers and your muscle neurons, your motor neurons actually synchronize. It's different than when you actually start gaining hypertrophy, actual, muscle fiber diameter and area. So I would increase the weights. And I know you said that, you only have 5 pounds, so I would definitely try to get more. I know their stores said you don't have them, but I would definitely try to get some bands and stuff. And people lose 6 or 7 pounds a month. You're not supposed, that's a very, 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 very fast way to lose weight. So you're definitely not doing it wrong, but this is a prime example of what people misinterpret as proper weight loss. You shouldn't be disappointed at all. You should be excited. 2 pounds in 3 fucking weeks. That's excellent. God, I'm so fucking sick of this bullshit. It's not you, Donna. I'm not angry at you. It's not you. It's me. This really pisses me off. That really fucking pisses me off. And I wouldn't do any, I would definitely be careful for any of those higher intensity. I don't know. I mean, I used to do work with P90X and, loosely with Insanity, but I don't recommend that kind of shit for beginners, like Insanity. I don't fucking like that. I never liked that program. I never liked how that was orchestrated, but most workouts will work, especially if you're doing something from starting. So it almost doesn't matter what you do, but I would get some more weights. You need some more weights. You need more than 5 pounds. You need more than 5 pounds. So 1,200 calories is super low. What really pisses me off about this is that you feel disappointed. You shouldn't feel disappointed. So anyone that's watching this, make sure you go and you comment on this post in the private group. Go comment on this post. Nathan, here's the update. Today is exactly 6 calendar months, 26 weeks. All my clothes need to be replaced. Some already have. My energy is up. Knee and back pain is down. Scale as of this morning is 83 pounds down from day 1. Can't thank those of you who have offered tips and inspiration along the way nearly enough. Now that's out of the way, getting after it today. day, every day, day by day from now on. Can't wait to see where I am in 6 more months. Anyway, hell fucking yeah, Nathan. Good for you. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Fucking awesome. 6 calendar months, 26 weeks. 6 calendar months, 26 weeks. All my clothes need to be replaced. Energy is up. Knee and back pain is down. 83 pounds down in 6 months. That's fucking insane. That's fucking amazing. I forget if this was posted with a picture, because I usually automatically just crop the picture because I didn't share that. I'm not sure if I missed it. Maybe that was the one I might have missed that picture. Anyway, I can't wait to go back and check in on this post. That's fucking amazing. Jenny. I can't wait to see where he is in fucking 1 more month. Guy's fucking crushing. It sounds like we need more frequent updates. See what happens when you just keep your mouth shut and fucking put in work? Fuck. I watched the video on Alexia Clark last night, and it really hit home. I've always had a small frame and had been skinny. I began lifting weights and liked the results and muscle definition. I felt great. Then I got back into running, and despite eating relatively but not perfect, I drink too much black coffee and enjoy crumpets. For the non-British, they are a round bread-based breakfast item. The running was fine at first, but now I've noticed all of my gains going and what little body fat I have disappearing too. The most alarming thing is that I've not had a menstrual cycle in 2 months. I have become addicted to cardio. I still lift weights and do yoga, but the cardio has become an addiction. Finding this hard to admit to myself, but I have orthorexia. Here's a photo of me now. My ribs sticking out looks gross. My aim is to do a before and after photo once I get to a healthy weight. I don't often comment or content in the fitness community about non-obesity related disorders. Maybe she was saying, I don't often see content in the fitness community about non-obesity related disorders. I am extremely grateful to Papa Swole. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing, Jenny. I really appreciate you sharing this, because I agree. We don't see enough about the very, very skinny. We don't see enough about the anorexic. We don't see enough from that. And it's very easy to forget that there are people that are dealing with this every day. And it's very common with fitness. It's very common to have that kind of, not that she has this, but exercise, like over-exercise, bulimia, exercise, just excessive, binge eating. Like these are all parts of it. When you have this kind of, you overcompensate by doing more, and more is not enough, and more cardio. You do 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes you adapt to, and then 45, and an hour, and then 2 hours, and 2 hours of intense cardio, and you're just overdoing it, and your body will start to kind of shut down on you a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot, but there are other aspects to it. So I appreciate the fact that you're addressing this and you're being honest with yourself. That's the most important thing. No, that wasn't the point. That was more being sarcastic. It's not that it's not harmful, but what I'm saying is that a lot of what people are probably quick to judge nowadays about orthorexia. Remember, it was like saying, focusing on eating the right stuff. Anything when you overdo it, like to that excess. But I was making the point that a lot of the aspects of orthorexia are not bad. Like people should be much more aware, but you don't want it to be this part of it depends on how you would come to it, I would say. I mean, orthorexia is obviously the definition of something that's not good. So when we're talking about those aspects of orthorexia where it's, when they say, eliminating certain food groups and, they're coming at it from the aspect of you're eliminating all this stuff because you're so concerned about your weight and the way you look. You're just really just fucking neurotic because of it's kind of like going for the goal and for the result rather than focusing on the foundational habits like we do with the 7 pillars. So these are the kinds of disorders that can happen as a result of trying to get to that transformation picture. Does that make sense? It's trying to get to that end point rather than those habits that will lead to that end point. So you're more likely to cut corners. You're more likely to be over restrictive or do all these cleanses or do these crash diets or crash programming if you're always focused on that 100 pounds of weight loss or how quickly can I get there? How quickly can I transform? You're trying to do this before, September 1st because you have a wedding or you have a whatever it is, a cruise, those types of things. So that's very easy to get into that kind of disordered mindset when you are focused on the wrong shit. If you have any questions about membership, send us an email or use a live chat on the site. Just in general, you're asking about Rich, you're asking about your, yes, it's going to. Yeah, all memberships are auto renew and you're set. So whatever membership that you lock in, your price never goes up. So because we're on the Swole at Home special, nothing increases. So make sure that you keep your memberships active because with any increases, everything gets grandfathered in. A lot of people are grandfathered in from previous memberships. So once you have one of these offers, then you can lock it in. Yeah. If you have any specific questions about memberships, about your own account or you have to update something, just send us the email or use the live chat. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. So many people can relate in the Swole fam. So many stories that have not been shared. That's what I love about this is the more you start sharing, the more you realize, wow, there's so much out there. There's just so much out there and you can learn so much from so many people. It's just, you learn lessons where you least expect it. This one's from Madison. Good morning, everyone. Just joined the fam last night and I'm pretty excited. Just pretty excited? That's it? Just pretty excited to be a part of the Swole fam? Just pretty excited? Well, I'm very excited. So maybe someday you'll get on my level, Madison. I'm super stoked. I joined because I wanted to create a better habits for myself and start gaining some muscle. In the past, anxiety has kept me from sticking with any workout routine for longer than a month. Does anyone else struggle with talking themselves out of a "you'll never get there" mindset? My goals are to be able to start the eliminations diet and to make daily yoga a habit. So great to meet you all. Go smash your goals today. Excellent, Madison. Go fucking get it, girl. Go get it, baby. Yeah. Oh. Go get it, girl. Go crush. This one is from Danny. The quarantine doesn't make you fat. Eating trash and sitting on your ass does. Kill it. What's your excuse? Go get it, Danny. Thanks for the post, Beesh. Thanks for a post. Thanks for the killer post. Karen. What up, Karen? Any other assault survivors here feel like lifting really gave them their power back? This was an interesting one. So again, this is one of those really good posts where you definitely want to go and make sure that you comment on because some of you definitely have some amazing feedback to add to these kinds of posts with your histories, and you can share and provide a ton of support to other members of the fam. It feels really good to have found something that's not drugs or alcohol. I missed a part. I haven't felt this level of control and connected to my body literally ever. Mental health has and always will be a problem for me. I've struggled my whole life to develop appropriate and healthy coping mechanisms. It feels really good to have found something that's not drugs or alcohol to help me manage. I initially started my journey for aesthetic reasons and accidentally stumbled across something that's seriously aiding in my recovery. Guess I'm just feeling cheesy and thankful tonight. Well, thank you so much for being here, Karen. Thanks for being a part of it. So make sure you comment on this post as well. I think people feel in control in so many ways when you take advantage of the body that you're given and you're able to really reap the benefits of those investments. You're investing time and energy. You can control your workouts. You're taking the power back with your body. And of course, I'm not qualified to speak upon, physical assault, but, assault can come in many different forms. You could be verbally abused. You can be physically abused. And a lot of us, let's just get a little bit deeper with this, to be honest, a lot of us assault ourselves and we have a lot of negative self-talk, and I can, it's a practice. You have to practice speaking better to yourself. And it's very easy to beat yourself up. Remember the post earlier? Who was it that said, who actually posted that? A couple posts ago. She said, let me see here, scrolling. Donna's post. Going back to Donna's post, she was saying how she was disappointed in losing 2 pounds in 3 weeks. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So I really want you all to go and flood Donna's post because that's amazing progress. And that's amazing control. Like you're changing your body. You're changing your body. But for Donna to be talking about herself negatively, negative self-talk. Don't beat yourself up for losing 2 pounds. You're losing weight. You do realize you have to lose 2 pounds before you can lose 5. You have to lose 5 pounds before you can lose 10. You know what she's lost? 2 pounds that she doesn't have to lose anymore. She lost 2 pounds. That's progress. That's amazing progress. Not only that, it's a good time frame. It's a healthy weight loss speed. That's a good fucking thing. It's a good fucking thing to lose 2 pounds in 3 weeks. But she's over there disappointed because she's watching social media and comparing her shit to other fucking people. So Donna, if you're watching, listening, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to people that have lost tons of weight. You don't have to transform. You just have to invest in yourself. You'll lose. You'll continue to. You'll learn. You'll eat better. You'll train harder. You'll get some heavier weights. You'll get some bands. You'll push yourself harder. You'll push yourself more, and you'll get there. Yes, exactly. So Michelle says, imagine 56 weeks, 52 weeks. That's possibly 56 pounds after a year. You mean 52 weeks after? So yeah, let's do it. So 3 weeks. So what's 3 weeks, 2 pounds? So Alexa, what's 52 divided by 3?
52 divided by 3 is 17.3333.
17.3. So 17 times 2, that's 34 pounds. So imagine fast forward. So Donna, if you're watching this, would you be happy with 34 pounds? Would you be happy at the end of a year if you were like, oh my God, I lost 36 total pounds? Would that be good? Let's go back. Let's see. Just think about that, right? Think about that. So let's say you lost, your goal weight is 130. So if you lost all that weight, 36 total pounds, you'd be at 164. You'd be fucking halfway there. And that's a problem. Not to mention, if you're building muscle over time, your goal weight might not be accurate for what you're actually going to be at. So you have to stop worrying so much about that scale. But think about it. You don't want to be halfway towards your goal. You think you're losing slow. Get that fucking mindset out of your goddamn head. You're crushing it, D. You're crushing it. So thank you for the context, Karen. But again, those of you that are assault survivors, definitely drop a comment below or on Karen's post in the Facebook group, because I think a lot of people can relate. Take control of your body back. Don't beat yourself up mentally. Don't beat yourself up mentally. Like for Karen, fitness is her therapy from her trauma, and it is for so many other people, but you can also assault yourself, and that's why fitness is so powerful for so many people. Now this one's from Cassidy, and she says, hello, everyone. I'm going to zoom into the top part because it's obviously a long one. That's what she said. I want you to be able to see it too. Hello, everyone. I struggle with my weight as long as I can remember. I'm 24 now, and I want to enjoy my life from now on. I've always looked at food as a reward or something to consume when you're bored. I do not want to give up this time. Giving up is so easy, but the life I lead afterwards is just miserable. I found Papa Swole on YouTube after watching so much ALR, thinking that would stop me because I knew I don't want to get to that point. I work third shift, and it's been hard to adjust to eating lunch at 3 a.m. and dinner at 11 a.m. I used to eat fast food every day, multiple times a day sometimes. I've slowly started eating at home, and yesterday I made the decision to do the elimination diet. I'm so beyond excited to see how I feel after 6 weeks. A little grunty in my life. Getting swole, Cassidy. Good for you. Good for you. After watching, let's get this other half going. I didn't think I would post here, but everyone seems so amazing, and I figured it would make this all even more real for me. Damn straight, it's called accountability. Good shit. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I hope everyone prospers. I hope we can all lead happier and healthier lives. With much love, Cassidy. Also, this is my first meal, and she shared her meal down below. So awesome, Cassidy. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear. Fucking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We love it. I am still live. Yeah, I am still live. Daddy's here. Any questions, you could drop it down below. We're about to give away this fucking Swole card. Swole tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So hashtag Swole tree. Plant your Swole tree fucking today. Fucking day. And we got some awesome stuff. We got some awesome stuff with Swolenormous Apparel. If you missed the beginning, make sure you check out swolenormousapparel.com for some of the new drops. I'm super zoomed in. Now I'm better zoomed in, but the new drops up here with all that stuff. We got the different Papa Swolios. We got all the 4th of July stuff is there. All of it's there. Red, White, and Swole. Guns, Bacon, and Freedom. Papa Swolio 2020. NOC, Tess Hornaday. All that stuff over at swolenormousapparel.com. Go give it a look. Go check it out. And a reminder also, today's video, if you didn't see it, today's NOC was on client transformation, one in particular. That was fucking ridiculous. And we talked a lot about, got a lot of context from today's NOC, got a lot of context about what you should expect and what you should be aiming for when it comes to transformations and not get all hung up on the number. We had a bunch of you. A couple of these Swole fan posts today were really getting into, like, really reflecting the proper mindset or what can happen when you don't have the proper mindset. Right, Donna? Can Donna go make some sick fucking gains now? Can you imagine? Can you imagine losing 2 pounds in 3 weeks? You're doing great. We get so hung up on these big fucking numbers. That's not how it works. God, how amazing is that? 2 pounds in 3 weeks. So many people would love to have that kind of consistent weight loss. Itchy nose. The Swole fam is the best. All these new members are just going to grow the Swole tree. I love it. I feel like we have a new shirt. We have a tree that's growing. Ooh. 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 I have an idea. I have to write it down. I had a great idea. I always have ideas for gear. Jesus Christ. Fucking 5 shirts a day. You don't plant a you don't plant a seed to grow a Swole tree. You plant nuts. Swole tree. Oh my God. Only just found you and I'm thinking of planting my tree. You should. You should. If you don't watch the podcast here, you can also catch the live or the audio. You can subscribe. Make sure you also subscribe to the podcast. And I thank all of you, anyone that has left a review. Now that I have you all here, I just want to actually make this a point. I always forget because there's always so many announcements. There's always so many things that we're doing. There's always so many things that we're dropping every day and so much content that I almost forget sometimes. But make sure if you have it, I appreciate it if you went on iTunes and left a review for the podcast. It makes a huge difference. I'm not sure if you can leave reviews on Spotify at all. But wherever you like to listen to your podcast, if there's a way or a method to leave a review, it would mean a lot. So that makes a big difference. So if you haven't yet, if you like to listen to the podcast, even if you like to watch it, definitely go and leave a review on iTunes if you can. I really appreciate it. I might start reading some of these, depending on how many come in, because I think iTunes has to process or filter reviews. I know some people say they leave a review, but then it doesn't pop up. Maybe they think it's, I don't know how it works, like behind the scenes, but for those of you that do or have, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you haven't yet hit the like button or smash the like button, make sure you smash the like button. And for everyone that's still watching, if you're a part of the Swole fam, have you signed up for Swole Text? Is everyone that's a member, Swole fam members, yoga memberships, unlimited, is everyone here signed up for Swole Text? Is everyone here signed up for Swole Text? Did everyone get that? So I pinned in the Facebook group, but that link is for Swole fam members. If you have an unlimited membership, you go into your Get Started series. It's a different link. So if you're unlimited, you want to make sure that you use the right link. That was for Swole fam members. All right. So if you have an unlimited membership, you need to sign up via the link in your Get Started series, So you go and you click and it says start here. So go to your home screen, go to home, and then go to start here. Whichever membership you have, you go to start here and you'll see it. You're not signed up for Swole Text. Why? Why would you not be signed up for Swole Text, fam? Ooh, you're ready. Are you ready? Got another little announcement. So here we go. Because the Swole fam, we're growing and there's a lot of action. There's a lot of action in the private group. I want to remind you all, how many of you go and have spent any time in the discussion section on the website? So if you don't know, because obviously the private group, all posts are moderated, meaning they're not restricted, but at the same time, we have to make sure that there aren't 1,000 posts every moment, right? There aren't 1,000 posts because you guys are fucking awesome. So if you want to post freely and target different sections and have discussions based on the pillars, based on maybe you want to talk about nutrition, you go to pillar 2 in the discussion section and you can start a post, and that section, new iterations and new versions of the discussion board will be probably coming out this year. So that's going to continue to be updated, and hopefully there's some other new features that make it even more effective to use. But you have free posting over on the discussion boards. And what I'm going to do, and here is my thought, what I'm going to do is add a section for NOC. I'm going to add a section. So we have the 7 pillars. We have the sections there, so you can ask questions and have discussion points based on the pillar. And then we also have an off-topic section. We have a Papa Swole and friends, so you can post pictures of your pets and stuff. There's a suggestion box for anything relative to X. But I also want to post a section for nuts on chin, so you can talk anything NOC. But what I want to do is provide a spot where you can have discussions about what videos you want to see next, and where you can drop comments and where you can have discussions about what topics maybe you want me to cover for the main YouTube channel. So I think that'd be a fun thing, because people might drop comments below the videos and, hey, what do you want to see next? But I think it's awesome to have like a section, because there's so much sack being slung around on the YouTube channel. I think it'd be great to have a place where you can talk specifically about that playlist and about those videos. So I thought it'd be super cool. So your thoughts, but make sure that you, with all memberships, you can get access to the discussion section. So it's a full discussion board forum. So it's organized. You welcome yourself. You can drop a comment, so for example, community, nutrition, all the seven pillars. So if you want to talk about mobility, you post in the mobility section. You want to talk about recovery or training, nutrition, you post in that appropriate section. And then you have those other sections in the discussion boards for other conversations. So that way you can actually organize, because, on Facebook you post and it just goes on the board and it's like, it gets lost after a while on the timeline. So we're going to start kicking that up, because as it grows, it's great to have more organization and more places to have that conversation. So I think that'd be really cool. So definitely go. I will get that section up today, and you can go and check out that in the discussion boards. All right. So stay tuned for that NOC, that nuts on chin section. So let's see. If you signed up, if you signed up for Swole Text already and you're not getting your Swole Text, send us a message. Because if you never signed up, or if you're not getting your messages, maybe there's something going on. So if you're not receiving your Swole Text, and for those of you that are international, it's through WhatsApp. So if you don't get your text there, try adding me to your friends list. Adding that number to your friends list. Sometimes people have settings where they don't get messages if they're not. That's helped a lot of people. Or I don't use WhatsApp for anything other than sending a message, sending the Swole Text. So yeah. So that could be something that helps on your end if you're part of Swole Text International and you haven't been receiving them. So that could be a thing. So check your settings or add me to your friends list, and that should wrap that up. So anyway, all right, here we go. Swole Tree. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, look at that. Juicy juice. Shall we dance? Who is going to win today's Swole card? Yas Beaches? I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Dun 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 dun. 3, 2, 1. Swole Tree Beaches. Who's going to win the Swole Tree? Who's got a nice big old tree? Who's making gains? Making those tree gains. Brenna Canfield, congratulations. Oh, congratulations. Thank you so much for playing, Brenna. You have won today's Swole card, 1475. So congratulations to Brenna Canfield. Make sure you send us an email to Swolenormous. Jesus Christ, that's like the second time I butchered it. Support@swolenormous.com. Support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1475 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations, you won some Swole Tree. That's right, you won some Swole Tree. Plant that shit, Brenna. Plant that fucking shit. Beesh. Plant it. Plant it, plant it, plant it. Congratulations. So send us that email, support@swolenormous.com. It's going to scroll across the screen again, and then Swole card 1475, subject, mailing address, body of the email. We'll get that out to you ASAP. And I want to remind all of you again, swolenormousapparel.com for the new drops. And today's Nuts on Chin is available. Lots of announcements. I will be launching that other section inside the discussion board. So poke around a little bit if you're brand new to the Swole fam and you're just kind of clicking around. You're kind of just kind of poking. That's definitely something that you want to look at, the discussion boards, because we're going to be expanding that so we can have more discussions about the YouTube content and other different playlists where you can ask specific questions. We can have one place where everyone's replying back and forth, but it's awesome. It's great. It's just like Facebook, and it's through the site. So it's really cool. So definitely go check out the discussion boards. We'll talk more about that in Monday's live stream and Monday's accountability meeting for sure. So just wondering, Melissa, if you ever thought about starting local Swole fan clubs where people can meet up and talk Swole. I've never thought about that. It sounds like something that would happen organically. But in terms of like being like endorsed and being something that's like official, I don't think anyone's been thinking about doing anything, meeting up in person, especially yet. So ironically, like we were going to have like a SwoleCon, but of course it was postponed, and then we had coronavirus and all that stuff. So any kind of the in-person stuff, we're going to be waiting for a while to see how that plays out. Swole Club is better than Fight Club. I agree. Let's see. Yes, I'm aware. Well, I knew that video was coming to Spotify well before the Joe Rogan thing because they've been playing videos on their app. Ever since they started playing videos on their app and showing little music video clips, I've been waiting for them to get into I actually have been expecting them to make it more, ever since they were doing, or they still do, where you could share playlists. It's very social media. It's very integrated. And if anyone can compete, with TikTok and these other apps, or compete with YouTube, it could be Spotify. Interestingly enough, because a lot of people use music, and music is such a huge part of culture via Spotify. And this is something that we're going to talk about in one of the upcoming procasts. But adding video is going to be huge, especially because they're bringing over Joe Rogan and stuff like that. So whenever they allow video, or whenever it's able to have video, or they allow someone like myself, I'll be there in a second for sure. I'll be there in a second. Lots of ripped people grunting around. Yeah, we could do that. Team Oregon. Look at you guys. I need pictures. I need to get tagged. But thank you, Sean, for dropping that. Always love to feel the ripples in the industry. For sure. All right. Awesome, fam. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 1475 of the Daily Motherfucking Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I will see you tomorrow for 1476, fam. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't